most unfortunate end to a good night. Fucking clutch pedal on the floor. We don't see much in here. Nope. Yeah, clutch has gone. Or release bearing. Right. Well, not my favourite ending to a good night, but it is what it is. Been here for what time did we get here? Well, what time did I break down? It was about, wasn't even 9 o'clock, was it? It was about 8:30, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Been here a few hours. It's now 1:15. On the plus side, found a fucking McDonald's that was open. Yeah. Yeah, so that helped. Looking like recovery isn't going to be here till 2 o'clock. There she is, the gobshite. All the fucking things I do for you and say you repay me. Bitch. To be fair, it's not too bad. I mean, it's the release bearing that's gone, I think. The clutch pedal's on the floor. You know, so it's just not... Normally, start it up on the starter, get it going, and then, you know, change gear with sort of engine revolution, but it's not going to work. We've got too many little roads to get back to the motorway, so it means stopping and starting, and the start motor's just not strong enough. The start motor's rubbish. So it just so happens the start motor's on its way out at the same time. But to be fair, it's 70-year-old, and God knows when the last time the release bearing or the starter motor was changed. It is what it is with old cars sometimes. So I'll have to go back through them. But on the plus side, I've got my scoop finished. Yeah, I mean, it fucking cracked a good one when I was putting it on, but you know. Yeah, good fun. We're on the move. We're recovered. Yeah. So he's just recovering it now, and he's going to meet us there. So that's that sorted. I thought I was going to leave it here and come back with to no wheels and shit, you know. She's back. She's not home. She's parked outside the shop. because it was late. But we're back, and it's now just before 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm knackered, so I'm going to bed. I'm home. That was a fucking long night. It was a shame, because it was a good meet, but it happens. So, car's back. I'll have to investigate tomorrow. But for now, it is 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm very tired. So, I'll fuck off to bed, is what I'm gonna do. Good night. Throw out bearing. There's a piece of it. Tasty. Ding-a-ling-ling. Yeah, so it looks like the clutch is still good. Yeah, I'll probably have to change it out anyway while I'm there, because I'm already in there. Yeah, so prop shaft off. I'll maybe send that to get balanced while it's off, actually, because I cannot see any weights or anything on it. So, and I've got a bad vibration, as stated previously, at sort of 55-ish. So I will get that sent off. Yes, I will. Tasty. I've got to take the gearbox off, which I'm not looking forward to. But better than wiring. So there's a new one for me that I haven't seen before. I've done plenty of prop shafts, plenty of U-joints. Yeah, my Chevy used to go through a lot of U-joints. Yeah. Specifically down the motorway. Anyway, generally you have the caps either side, and you have 4 of them, and then there's like a little horseshoe piece that sort of goes over and pins it to the yoke that's on the diff. But with these, it's sort of one unit, and it bolts through the cap itself. I mean, I don't know whether that's a sort of 50s thing, but it's the first time I've seen it. Quite cool. I do have some 1310 U-joints in the house that I bought for this, and of course that's not going to work because I haven't got them caps. So I'll have to do some investigating. So I was just explaining to my mate there how sort of prop shafts work, and saying I just thought it'd be a nice bit of information for people. Of course, you've got this side which is bolted to the rear axle. Of course, it's got no movement. It's got rotational movement, but no backwards forwards movement. Now your engine gearbox sort of stay where they are. So as you're driving, whereas your rear axle moves up and down with bumps of the suspension. Now, if you had no movement of the prop shaft, your rear axle wouldn't be able to go up and down, and eventually it would lead to the prop shaft fucking exploding and killing 500 people, and it would be a national disaster, and it would be on the news. And, yeah, you know. Anyway, so that's what you have, a slip yoke. So this little bugger slides in, and then as you drive and the suspension raises up and down, this slides in and out. Ooh, saucy. Slides in and out, which allows the prop shaft to move, allows the rear axle to move up and down. So that is a slip yoke. This is a 27 spline, I think it was. I've just counted. Not that it makes any difference to any of you, and not particularly to me either, because I'll be reusing it. But just a wee tidbit of information for you. One gearbox bolt down. Just 80, 70, 12 to go. Now the one down there. We've got another one up over yonder. And then I think there's 2 or 3 more at the bottom. Which I'll find out. Got the starter off. Got the prop taken off and dropped off at the prop shop place to hopefully get balanced up. You know, just a quick going over. I'll maybe even paint it fancy when I get home. See how fruity I feel. Join me from underneath the car. So we have some revelations. there is the gearbox crossmember that's obviously homemade. It's been, the holes have been chewed apart by the looks of it, you know, instead of drilled, but whatever works. You can't deny it isn't heavy duty. Fuck me. There's the other half of it, which I thought them two bits were attached, but okay. Also, it's loose as shit, so that certainly won't have been helping. Yeah. Ideal, I suppose. Yeah. So I was right. The throat bearing definitely gave way. It's fucked. There's some more pieces of it. So I'll have to, because obviously the 5-speed's been swapped in it, so I don't know what throwout bearing or clutch has been used, so I'll have to do some investigating. Unfortunately, it looks like the clutch has maybe taken a bit of thing too. See, bugger. Well, it is what it is. Bit of a weird setup on the old clutch basket though. It's only got the three prongs. Also, frustratingly, one of them is completely bent to all fuck. So, worse than I was hoping, but well boys, she be fooked. Yeah. It's just a touch broken. Yeah, I mean she's probably seen better days. The only ball bearing I found from the inside of the throw bearing when it blew up. One. It's covered in melted plastic. I managed to find it at the side of the road, sort of next to the car after it had gone. I heard a ba-ding. I found it. Yeah, no, it's that's probably the only one in it. Just one to keep the whole thing going. Morning. So, a couple of interesting revelations. When I was going through the engine yesterday, I checked the engine number. And I mean, it's always believed to have been a 272. That was the original engine that was in the car. So that's a 4.4 litre V8. Anyway, I checked the engine number out, and it turns out it's been swapped at some point, and it's actually a 292, which is much better. So it's a 4.8. It could even be a 312. The blocks and everything were exactly the same. The only way to definitively check is by pulling the flywheel off and checking the dimple on the back of the crank, or by pulling the pan off and reading the main caps. But turns out it was from either 59 or 60, that engine. So that's pretty cool. So it's a bit more go fasts for not more go fasts money that I didn't put in. Yeah. Anyway, other revelation. So it's got the T5 swap, the Borg Warner T5 gearbox. Well, they've got the shaft on that is I think it's 10 spline, 1 1/16. So it wouldn't fit the original clutch, obviously. So you have to change the clutch out. Well, I spent hours last night doing some research. I stayed up till 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, it looks like the a clutch and throwout bearing and the basket and everything, obviously, from a 1967 Fairlane with a 289 V8 is a 10 spline 1/16, and it fits that flywheel, I think. So apparently people have used that before on the white blocks, so that's pretty cool. So on everyone's favourite page, the Rock Auto, I found a clutch kit. It's a little over $200. If you know Rock Auto, you know they ship fast. So it's, you know, even to here in the UK, you know, you can buy something from Rock Auto and have it arrive faster than you buy something from down the road. And it's an operated clutch as well, which is cool, which means more driving like a dickhead, which is good. I like that. So yeah, I just need to try and get $200 now. Haha, it's here! Yes! Good guy, Rock Auto. Not only did I get my parts in 2 days, I ordered on Wednesday, and I got them. They came all the way from Greensboro, and I got what day are we on now? Friday. Yeah, done pretty well. And got a fucking magnet. So there she is. She looks considerably better than the last. Oh yes. Oh, diaphragm style as well. The last one was obviously the just the 3 long legs on there. So this is a more updated 3 diaphragm style. So it should be a bit nicer to drive. That's also an operated clutch as well. You know, for driving nicely and carefully and stuff. See, now I thought I'd do a little comparison for you. So this is the new throwout bearing. Yes, new, fancy. Yes, quite good. Old throwout bearing. Broken. Deadly. Not good. It was quite broke. Sorry, I'm just finishing a cake. Halloween cakes. So, I've got the flywheel off. I've just sat the clutch plate and pressure plate on it. Just making sure they fit. Because, I mean, technically they are for a completely different car. The clutch, well, the clutch kit, so all of it, is for a 1967 Fairlane with a 289. So, not the same car, not the same engine. But they work, because it's 10 spline, 1 and 1/16, I think it is. So I just thought, whilst I've got the flywheel off, I'll check it. It's I'm going to take the flywheel to get lightened. Might as well take a bit off it while I can. So there's the old fancy clutch. It lines up with all the bolt holes and tightens down when I've checked it, so we should be good to go. Well, providing the throwout bearing fits. D-Day's here, clutch day, well, gearbox day, reassembling everything day. Anyway, got my flywheel back, with all the light and goodness. That was Jamie at DRD Racing in Sandycroft. Done a brilliant job. Looks fantastic, and it's a bit lighter. Prop shaft, which is from Fyro Prop Shafts in Crewe. They've done an amazing job. I just wanted them to go through it, you know, just balance it up, and just make sure, you know, go through the U-joints and everything. And they've also painted it all up for me as well, which is fucking fantastic. So let's get them in. Now, because I'm a professional, and I definitely do everything right, we're going to torque them up. Now, flywheel bolts should be torqued up. I'm not going to lie to you and say I've done it every time, because I haven't. But they should be torqued up in sort of, so you stick the flywheel on, tighten them, you know, as in snug them up, try to do it evenly, and they're normally done in 2 stages. So with this one, I think it's 75 and 85, so 1 round at 75 and then 1 round at 85. Again, you should do them the same sort of way you do in a wheel, so opposite, you know, try to get it nice and tight, properly tight, like snug tight, because you should. That's the first round done. Oh. Now, my torque wrench doesn't work in pound-foot, so if I convert it Newton meters, it's 115 thereabouts. Should be about right. Well, fucking hell, look at me doing stuff properly. Now then, the clutch. So, there's the fancy clutch plate. That's the sort of the main part of the clutch. I've got somewhere, wherever I put it, I've got one of them, they're fancy tools for lining it up. Always put the clutch disc on backwards then. Stupid. Now, as I said, I checked this on the bench already whilst the flywheel was off to make sure it was going to fit. Well, bench. What am I saying about bench? I haven't got a bench. I did on the floor. What do you think I am? Someone with a fucking workshop or something? Jesus. Right, well. Dee 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 dee. Stuck them up the impact gun. This is another one that should be done with sort of the same as a wheel, you know. Tighten them up bit by bit. Now these are another thing that I believe do have a torque setting. Yeah. But forget about that. I'll just tighten them up. And then when it inevitably blows up because I haven't done it properly, I'll only have myself to blame. All bolted it up. Just dripped oil on my phone, so that's really cool. Well, there's the beast, ready to go back in. I say Borg Warner T5 flavour. Well, Borg Warner, same as Tremec. Everyone says Tremec T5, but Borg Warner sold to Tremec. Late 90s, early 2000s, can't remember. Anyway, yeah, Borg Warner, Tremec, same box. Just earlier, obviously. Right, so, throat bearing. I've already pre-lubed it because we're professionals and we do stuff like that. And so we've got some of the old assembly grease. I'm going to stick some on the old shaft, and we'll put a bit on where it goes onto the clutch fork, because it's supposed to stop squeaking. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. See, normally what I'd do is I would stick it on the jack, roll it under the car, and then you can jack it up. Problem with that, my axle stands don't go high enough, and the cross member hits, and I've got side pipes, and it doesn't work. So I can't do that. So I'm going to have to try and wiggle the gearbox under the car, lift it up whilst in a really compromising position, put it onto the jack, get back out, jack the jack up whilst making sure it doesn't fall off. And you're going to watch me struggle, I suppose. Seems like a win-win. Right. Oh, come on, you big old bastard. Oh, great, yeah, it hits the side pipe. Forgot about that. God damn it. Nice and easy does it. And all that stuff you tell yourself when you're in too deep. That's the one. Drag the gearbox across the floor. I'll do it some wonders. I really could do with a second pair of hands here. Well. Yeah. Exactly how I thought that would go. And it's falling off. That's better. We'll have none of that fucking falling off shit. Forgot about that. I had a bit of a shit trying to get this out because of that. I forgot when I took it out. I had a big problem with the shifter being completely in the fucking way. Shut up. You know when you're midway through something and you just kind of have to lie underneath and contemplate where you went wrong in life. Like, I should have stuck in more at school, or gone and done accountancy or something. Maybe got into crack. Crack might have been better than cars. Well, we'll never know. Day 17 of the gearbox install. No, I'm joking. It's day 2. We've got the gearbox in. I had some awesome friends that came and gave me a hand yesterday. Got the gearbox in, prop shaft on, everything all bolted up. Come to start it, start motor was playing up again. So I need a new start motor. That's ideal. Anyway, obviously, whilst putting it in, dropped a shitload of gearbox fluid everywhere. So just been down to get some now, top that up.
where else are we at? Oh, adjusting the clutch. That's what we're up to. So Matt's been adjusting the clutch. That's Matt. He's been adjusting the clutch. That's right in the way. Put my finger right in the way of the lens there. That was tidy. We've been adjusting the clutch. I know it's a high torque clutch, so it's going to have a lot less bite anyway. But the bite is like non-existent, so we need to adjust the throwout bearing a bit. It's it's a mechanical, but it's not hydraulic, so relatively easy to adjust. Just a couple of bolts, well, nuts, sorry, and then hopefully it'll start. The starter mode does work, just sort of intermittently and very weirdly, slowly. So we've got the car moving, taking it for a drive. Clutch is a bit noisy, not ideal. Anyway, we've adjusted it up a bit more, come to start it, and the starter motor is being a dick still. So currently, we've got the starter motor apart. I've replaced the live, the power wire that goes to it, because it was all screwed. And I thought if we get it apart, we can clean it up. It did have an oil leak onto the starter, so that won't have been helping. But it seems like it's the drive unit, like the motor itself seems alright. So I'm unsure how much difference it's going to make, but it's worth a try. It's late, but I've got the parts I need. So this is a Y-block starter. They're a bit different because they engage backwards. What's called a ratchet starter, because they have a ratchet there. Now, this is the drive unit. You can see the difference, but it should have teeth. This one ratchets. This one does not. Hence the not starting. Day 8012T. We're done. So, you'll see on another part of the video where I showed you the starter. The white box starter is a weird starter, different setup. Anyway, enough about that crap. So, probably throttle. Let's see now. Fire straight up. That's the best it's ever started. Right, so now we've got a clutch in and running and everything. We've got the grueling task of 500 miles before we can nail it because of the letting the clutch bed in. Sorry, did I say 500 miles? I meant 5 miles. Oh, look at that, we're done. Let's just nail it, it'll be fine. Well, that's it for that gearbox, for the clutch and everything. I've done quite a few miles in it now, and seems alright. No real complaints. I say it's still a bit noisy, so I'll have to, not like throw out chatter noisy, but noisy like, I guess touching or something, so I'll have to look at that sometime, probably never. Yeah, so I think the next thing maybe is to, I'm getting a bit bored of the colour. I think I've decided on a colour change. I haven't decided on a colour, but I've decided a bit on a colour change. So we'll maybe see. Oh, look, I had a bit of a shave. Oh, fancy. Yeah, so we'll see what the colour change. I've got a few ideas. Well, so we'll have a look, see what we can, see what I can ruin my car with. Yeah, as I said before, I'm not brilliant with technology, but I went and got a microphone, and I've got a new phone, so they should help dramatically, well, mediumly. Anyway, any help that you fancy giving, any tips or anything like that, it would be pretty cool, because I'm new to all this editing. I mean, I still communicate with family with a cup on a string, and I still go around and ask people if they're playing out rather than phone them. So I'm real old school. Me technology. hence me still having old cars and carburetors. I aim to do sort of a video a week, but recently just had all sorts. So one of the reasons that ended up the video being late was because of this little sod. Dora! Look, who's this? Yeah, so stupidly, for some reason, couldn't tell you why, whilst down at a wedding down south, I seen an advert for a big old puppy in need of rescue in Battersea Dogs Home, and stupidly we went and got her, and now life's ruined. Nothing's easy. She's I've had 4 beagles, and she's by far the worst. As you might be able to hear, she is currently destroying a box, so that's just ideal. I'm going to have to go chase her now. Yeah, so I apologise for the video being late. I haven't really slept in a number of weeks, so I know it's a bit of a long-winded video. It was quite a long process. I mean, I think it took about sort of about a week, 2 weeks to do the whole gearbox thing. But that was waiting for parts. It was waiting for the prop shaft to be done and the flywheel and stuff. So it wasn't too bad. But like I say, it's back working now, back on the road. The next thing's probably the paint. Maybe. I do need to get on with that front axle at some point. And I probably should wire in some brake lights and some indicators. That might help. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching again. I appreciate everyone watching my crap. It's it's very cool of you, and yeah, I mean, like I say, if you've got any advice or anything, or you want to hurl abuse at me, feel free. Latest taters.